Right now in Fairfield County, two completely different real estate markets are operating simultaneously. Some homes are sitting, we'll see price reductions, 60 plus days on the market, and sellers are wondering what went wrong in a market they assumed was basically a shoo-in. And at the exact same time, well-positioned homes are still generating multiple offers and selling at above asking price within days. I am Jennifer Lockwood. I'm a realtor here in Fairfield County, and I've been living and working in this area for years. I make videos about what it is like to live in Fairfield County, and I give you insight into the real estate market. My information is on the screen and below if you'd like to reach out to me anytime to schedule a call. Today, I am breaking down in this video exactly which 5 types of homes are struggling to sell and which 5 hot markets are still flying off the shelves. Fairfield County currently is approximately 2.5 months of supply, which is well below the 5 to 6 months considered a balanced market. And on paper, that is considered a seller's market. And for the right properties, it absolutely is. But the 2.5 months number does hide enormous variations. Some town-specific and price-specific segments have under 2 months of supply. Others, particularly in certain price brackets and property types, are running more like 4 to 5 months. The headline number says it's a seller's market, but the sub-market data tells us more of a nuanced story. So let's start with talking about the 5 types of homes that are struggling in this market. So at number 5, these are commuter disadvantaged properties. This struggling category is properties in towns without convenient Metro North access, specifically in Easton, Reading, Northern Weston, and Northern Wilton. The post-pandemic buyer who was happy driving 25 minutes to the train station, maybe 2 to 3 days a week, is becoming rarer. Return to office policies are tightening up, and buyers are weighing how much they can tolerate this commute. Days on the market for commute disadvantaged properties are running 15 to 20 days above the county average. You can see that with days on market in those areas. The suburb towns on the train line had double-digit percentage increases in home prices. The more northern towns were just single-digit percentage increases. It just shows where the demand is. So for sellers, the marketing narrative in these particular areas specifically address the commute and how you can manage it. Number 4 are dated interior homes and mechanicals at premium price points. So Fairfield County buyers in the $1 to $2 million range have always compared homes very carefully. But in the current market, they tend to be rejecting dated interiors at premium prices more decisively than before. Now, it doesn't mean they're rejecting dated interiors overall. It's only if you're asking for a premium price. Homes with original kitchens, original bathrooms from the 90s, or significant deferred maintenance are sitting in this price range unless aggressively discounted. The calculation has basically shifted for buyers. They are factoring in the renovation cost into their offer price. So sellers who have not done the math first are getting pretty surprised when they've low offers. I recently showed a home on the market and they priced it based on what you see on paper, the current comps. But it was a 20-year-old home, which means everything was 20 years old. Nothing had been replaced. And that's what makes buyers hesitate, and it spent more time on the market. So for sellers, either you invest in the small pre-listing updates to either your kitchen, your bathrooms, or your mechanicals, or you price it accordingly to reflect the renovation costs that buyers will have to do. The third struggling category is the most avoidable one. These are homes that are priced above what the current comparable data supports. So some sellers saw the 8.6% increase year over year in Fairfield County appreciation, and they assumed they could just push beyond the market. And they really can't. The biggest mistake sellers make is thinking that their list price is their maximum. In a low inventory market like Fairfield County, the list price is the starting line. I tell my clients all the time, pricing is your entire strategy. It is the lever that creates market energy. When you price at the actual market level, you aren't limiting yourself, you're opening up the floodgates. You want 20 groups through the door on a Saturday, not 2. That crowd creates a fear of loss among buyers, and that drives the price up naturally. There's a common myth that by listing at market value, you're leaving money on the table. The reality is the exact opposite. In this environment, you cannot underprice a good home. The market really won't let you. You can absolutely overprice yourself into a corner. A home price correct will almost always bid up to its true ceiling. while an overpriced home will sit until it's on sale, eventually selling for less than its potential, and that's where you'll see price reductions. Pricing is everything. It's not about what you want to get. It's about the strategy to get the market to compete for your home. The next struggling category, number 2, is the upper bracket above $3 million. The Fairfield County luxury market above $3 million operates very differently from the broader market. At this price point, the buyer pool is genuinely smaller. It's measured in dozens of qualified buyers in a given quarter, not hundreds. What we're seeing on the ground is what I call velocity of quality. When a $4 million home is renovated, well located, and priced correctly, it can still generate multiple offers within the first week. The longer 120-day averages are often driven by homes that miss on the condition and the pricing. Many assume luxury buyers are pulling back, but in reality, a number of them are reallocating from volatile equities into tangible lifestyle assets. We're also seeing a high percentage of cash or low loan-to-value buyers, which makes them much less sensitive to changes in interest rates than buyers in the $1 million range. And while the buyer pool is smaller, inventory is even tighter. In some luxury pockets like Darien and New Canaan, supply is under 2 months. You don't need hundreds of buyers. You just need 2 or 3 who want a specific location to create competition quickly. Now, the number 1 struggling category of homes that are not selling in Fairfield County has to do with micro-location mismatch. One of the most common reasons homes are sitting in Fairfield County right now comes down to micro locations, and that's locations within a town. Even within the same town, buyers are getting very specific about the lifestyle they want, whether they want walkability to town, beach access, or a quieter neighborhood setting. When a home doesn't align with the lifestyle a buyer had in mind, it creates hesitation, even if the home itself is well maintained and priced within the broader town range. That hesitation shows up in longer days on the market compared to other homes in the same town. A good example is a home on a busy road. On paper, it may check all the boxes and sit within the same price range as other nearby homes, but buyers will immediately factor in the noise, the lack of privacy, and the overall setting, and that impacts both the demand and the pricing. For sellers, this means pricing and marketing need to reflect the specific location within the town, not just the town itself. So if you want to know exactly where your home fits in today's Fairfield County market or which opportunities make sense for your situation, you can download my free Fairfield County Relocation Guide in the description below, and also I have a QR code on the screen. Now let's get to the top 5 markets that are still selling fast. At number 5 are homes under $1 million with Metro North walking distance. So anything priced under $1 million within walking distance to the train station in Fairfield County is in a category of its own. I mean, honestly, it is hard to find a home under $1 million with this convenience. Well-priced homes in this category in Fairfield, Norwalk, Wilton within walking distance to their train stations are still generating multiple offer situations. Hot market number 4 is move-in ready homes in Westport and the core of Fairfield. If you're looking at Westport or in areas of Fairfield right now, the market for turnkey move-in ready homes is still performing at the absolute top. We're seeing a very specific buyer profile that just isn't softening. Most dual-income New York City commuter with purchasing power of $1.5 million and are in this category. For them, the school quality and train access are total non-negotiables. I mean, in Fairfield, these houses are often gone in a single weekend, sometimes in a day. Now we're on to number 3. And that's Wilton single-family homes. Wilton is absorbing the overflow demand from Westport buyers who either cannot find inventory or are getting priced out of inventory. Wilton schools remain a major driver in demand, and today's buyer is balancing that with lifestyle. Inventory has been very low in Wilton, and homes are absorbed quickly with only 2 months of inventory. Hot market number 2 is renovated properties in any town at accurate pricing. Across Fairfield County, renovated properties, updated kitchens, updated bathrooms, move-in ready condition are outperforming equivalent size unrenovated properties by a significant margin. The calculation for buyers has really shifted. In a market where renovation costs and contractor availability are both pretty challenging, buyers are paying a premium for certainty of a move-in ready home. A well-renovated home priced at $1.6 million will outperform an unrenovated home listed at $1.4 million by almost every metric. Now, whether you're looking at these struggling segments for opportunities or these hot segments for quick sales, every situation is unique. So if you're considering making a move in the next few months and you want advice from somebody who tracks these segments daily, give me a call or text, and my information is on the screen. And now let's get to number one hot market, and that's accurately priced properties in any segment. The single hottest category in Fairfield County right now is the same as it is in every transitional market. Any property priced accurately for its actual condition, its location, plus the current comparable data. The data is very clear. Sellers who price with intention receive multiple offers. Sellers who price aggressively sit on the market. In a market that is still fundamentally supply constrained, accurate pricing is not a defensive strategy, it's an offensive one. It creates competition for your property when buyers know they are looking at a fair deal. The market split, it's not permanent. It is just a gap between sellers who understand this year's market and sellers who still think it's operating like it was years ago. Understanding the nuances of your local market is key. I hope you found this information helpful. Thanks for watching all the way through. And if you want more information about the Fairfield County market or what it is like to live here, stay on my channel, check out my other videos. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.